that's going to be afterwards. So as you see right now, it's $49.99 a month, $4.79 a month. It is a 30-day. Let's see, let's go down to the total here.
Everything's set to auto renew at the end of the year too. In 2027.
Yeah, so monthly renew. So if you renew too, like you may think, you know what, I'm gonna try to make it through the year. You're not on top of that. It's gonna renew again, and then you're gonna end up. Well, you get a new laptop. It'll upgrade you to a new generation, but they don't really tell you what that's gonna be. Like you could just get a slightly newer Ryzen CPU the same.
And you still have to send back your old laptop that unless you're tech savvy, you're probably not gonna know how to transfer all of your stuff over. So you're gonna lose everything you've done.
Now I'm going to get my credit checks for this. I'm doing a credit check for this. You know, I consent to it. That's fine. It is what it is. I'm doing this for the content. And then we're going to sign in and get everything sorted. Stop right here because I'm not doxing myself. I'm not doing that. Get all that set up. And then if we feel like there's more to add to the shopping section, we'll jump right back in. But for the most part, on paper, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It looks a little predatory. At least they're being honest about what this actually is and not a bunch of stuff. But we'll say it's a sales tactic. I gave all the information I can. This right here basically is
finally did get everything. It actually should be really quick. We had a lot to do. So we need to hurry up and get this done before we can't send it back.
I love how it says it's your business. But anyways, we live in set. We never leave. We'll big videos. We're grinding, guys. But anyways, we have the laptop here and the peripherals. Start the peripherals. We actually opened this up to realize what it was at first, but realized it's our HyperX keyboard.
Alright, that was exactly what we wanted to we're like, we need to video. So this is our Origin 65. It's nothing fancy. I mean, I'm looking at what is this? $6?
It was really cheap. The total, once again, $63.36 is the total that we have. All of this stuff per month for a 1-year lease, and then you can upgrade them. I'm assuming that I'm assuming you don't get an upgrade. Purples are going to get an option too. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to see is a new product, which I'm assuming
this looks nice.
This is brand new. I'm curious if the laptop, if this has been used before. It's kind of like a pass along kind of deal, but this is a service. So,
the space of that was I always had like a couple cool accents. That's why
the problem is with HyperX is the budget ones that we've done videos on, watch our other videos, and they blow it out of the price of the phone because of the sense. Scratch.
It's got those, very linear legs, very speed, but some preference. The casing was so I'm gonna assume, yeah, not laptop for sure.
I didn't bring keyboard, but we bought a laptop to get the box set up. I didn't even get them. You can have the keyboard off this side. It's not a cool game, but that's what the pound company which is very dark. The HP wireless 4K wireless is it's great. Yeah. Some frames, which is pretty cool. We have the buttons on the side, scroll wheel, looks like a DPI button there. We also have terminal connectivity with 2.4. We do the 2.4. We also have the speech control with these you should get it back. You need $68, which dongle up.
Actually, I guess technically, it's not completely USB-C, I guess
That is
yeah, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I used a HyperX mouse for a while before. That's just an upgrade.
Okay, well, that's the peripherals. Okay, very cheap. I feel like that's how they get you though, because like $89, but you're only seeing the monitor for like $10 a month. You gotta really look at them. I mean, you gotta look at this key for $6 to change the monitor as well.
Yes.
Which would definitely buy you.
Both certainly. Peripherals I personally buy them. I know people with different financial situations and everything, but peripherals will there. Definitely buy outright. This is the star of the show, what we spent most of our money on. The gaming laptop, which is the entry-level option, which once again is best on Ryzen 7 40 Jazz, once you're a IPS 5450 4056.
No, one thing where some people are back and forth on, I think they're very similar. Not like they're lying about anything. Thinking about, that's what I was doing some a college kid, maybe you've never seen the game before. This game up front.
Maybe you're going for a year of schooling and you just use that for.
You don't even know if you want to keep
just financing the take advantage of that system to where it's financially beneficial, right? But there are ways you can. I want to see what it is with this because I think the downsides of it are just how bad it is.
Yeah, that's no joke. Maybe that's one of the tactics that they want to get exposed to it. I know I would. Like, if I played on it for a year, I'd be like, huh, there's money. I'm just going to buy it. $1,000.
What about $120?
120 watts.
They're basic. We're no strangers to the business laptop. We've seen this many times, and Jonah's getting so excited that he knows.
It's like the acid
It's like the when a laptops, they're gray, they're basic, they get the job done. We did our cheapest option.
Yeah, sweet gray with that. Yeah, basic inside, nice gold lettering and stuff like that. Ryzen 7 RTX something going in. Of course, 140 for Hertz IPS display.
I think that IPS.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can't do what we normally do and just start tearing stuff apart here. Okay, no charging laptops in the difficult. Then probably can sit for a little bit.
There's plenty of subscription laptops. So it's new. Unless everything's still regular. So I'm considering which is been this stuff. As this goes on. Also, website we don't have.
That'd be really good. Yeah, or eBay, like eBay.
Like Acer does. Acer really kills it. Maybe they have something.
Let's give that. Let's get
Yes. Your house. The game that was made into the game that was originally made into the stack on top of it.
You're wearing your leased Meta Quest or your Meta laptop. Alright, so HP is 780 the same we got the anything here is sliding it out. We got 40, 50 laptop
Pretty good, pretty good.
keyboard.
Funny games because we've seen this before. One of the trainers with laptop, maybe actually this laptop, probably a couple months ago. But we're going to do our center point on 3D bar, kind of factoring what the center point would be if you ran the subscription versus buying it outright, just to see what the price difference is there.
Ive anche ispre aone, akse ute elektrunse uje ekse ifre.
If you are somebody actively looking into this, but it's an only for a benchmark video, and we probably should talk about this. And then we should have done a website test.
So on the left side of the laptop, we have a combo and then on the right side of the laptop, we have USB-C that is also
So he comes and notice sniffing behind the camera. Looks okay. You want to do that too?
Purples are nice. Like we said, you can definitely
Yay, straying away from Razor.
For the most part, this isn't the first time this is being a bit. First time like, oh, we'll suck.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Also, it's
just another option. So what may look at and consider is just go for yeah.
I just know.
Nice.
I only have
These noises are horrible.
Oh, I don't know. She is. Yes, we did. Oh my god. We didn't even take a reload out of it. But we're just going to see that medium preset with like ray
We're going to get page up real quick and get our SPS counter, but again, as you mentioned,
Is there lighting for a game?
a benchmark video because we've been through this thing a lot, and I realize it's 8:40 seconds. That's great. Let's see if I can get a speed run. Oh, no. We're really focused on that 30 mark score at the end of this video because that will give us our simple point. We can buy the outright versus losing. you actually type on this keyboard, do you more frustrating? He thought all this We're running a 30 mark score. I can go ahead sign my firstborn child away or something for HP to get this thing back to it without being charged. We'll see what HP wants, but I should be good to return this within the 30-day window, so it shouldn't cost me.
So now I just got done doing just a couple of games laptop, and you know the thing is, it looks really good, the experience is really good. We got new stuff, so
we first talk about the price of performance. I will say the picture is the laptop at first. But I did get one that does say, hey, go back in here and tell you all, but for the most part, it'll be me giving laptop. And got a total score of 7,000 score for this winning. Then that might be viable for you, but most people are not like it.
And obviously, if you're someone who does have money to buy one, right? If you get something like the Lenovo LG version, you can even buy it. So, at the end of the day, it's interesting. If you're looking just at the 1 year big picture, this is not a bad deal. Advocates of owning what you buy because of the fact that you can sell it when you buy it. And even little 1 year
with that LFU, which was a 4050 laptop, very similar in specs, ended up being about a 10 cent per point to buy it outright. But again, that 8 cent per point I mentioned was just for 1 year. As you spread that across multiple years, you're paying $49.99 a month every single month for each part of it. You get an upgrade each year. Again, we don't know what those upgrades are. They may be good, they may be very subpar. You are still going to be losing that cent per point and go further down the line. So you're buying a much better decision in the long run. And just to cover it all, did do calculations for just not you technically percent. So we threw that in as well. We still do a point here. So it's worse when you include the first parts.
And the last selling factor that we did think about with renting from HP is that you do get a pretty good warranty. I think we maybe mentioned it at the very beginning. If anything was wrong with this laptop, there could be like a 1 year replacement. We have no clue how lax or renewed they will be on it. Or something on it. They're made by the probably do something different. So yeah, anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to check out our reviews. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
go save some money.
The sky is falling.
Children desperately wants to change papers, but they can't. Want to know why? It's because they fear. They fear that changing them in any way will
They're
bring
too
death
iconic.
between and the village. It's certain that Logan really wants to change the paper.
Popeye's new $5 face, baby. You can do this or this.
The channel graphic usually focuses on urban exploration, including quiet trips into forgotten places where history has been left to decay. But on April 21st, 2021, what began as a simple evening exploration slowly turned into something far more disturbing. Earlier that day, the weather had been rough. Rain and wind had soaked the ground, and for a while it seemed like the trip might not happen at all. But that evening, the storm began to settle, and the explorers decided to go out anyway. Their destination was an old industrial training area where abandoned aircrafts were rumored to be located. They weren't sure whether the rumor was true or not, but curiosity was an reason to check. As they walked through the damp heat, the ground squished under their boots, and the air still smelled like rain. Rusted equipment, broken rolls, and scattered debris suggested the area had once been heavily used. In the distance, they spotted a small abandoned structure sitting near several strange depressions in the ground, deep holes that looked like old maintenance pits or wells.
Глубоко, ребята. Очень глубоко. И у меня тут примерно такие 5 такие. Это видимо какие-то либо стойники.
No явно не бункер, это, короче, что-то с водой связано.
Angse uje orfe evingse aime isterse. Ave orenfe ute eitmerne.
Вот, ребята, смотрите, сколько бутылок. Здесь есть кто-нибудь?
At first, the place seemed quiet, but the closer they looked, the more dangerous it appeared. Dozens of hidden holes were scattered across the field, some filled with dark water, and others partially covered by grass. Many were nearly invisible until you were standing right beside them. One wrong step could easily send someone falling several meters down. Despite the hazards, they still pushed forward. Near the abandoned building, they noticed a narrow opening leading into what looked like an underground chamber. The entrance was surrounded by debris, old bottles, trash, and signs that other people had visited before. But inside the darkness, something caught their attention.
Эй, тут есть кто-нибудь? Отзовитесь. Потому что мы будем сейчас спускаться. Слышите? О.
At first, it just looked like a dark shape lying on the ground, maybe a bag or a pile of clothing that someone had left behind. But the outline didn't look quite right.
О, мужик. Мужик. Алло.
They called out into the chamber, asking if anyone was there. The space stayed silent. Wanting a better look, they lowered a camera and flashed over top, and slowly aimed a hand toward the shape.
Отзовитесь.
As the light spread across the floor, details began to appear. Size, and a shape that looked unmistakably human. For a moment, they wondered if it was a mannequin or some kind of prank. Abandoned places often attract strange surprises like that. But the longer they stared, the harder it became to ignore what they were seeing. Something was very wrong. Instead of climbing down themselves, they stepped back and made the call to the police. Not long after, officers arrived and carefully examined the opening before bringing in rescue workers with the equipment needed to reach the bottom safely. When the rescuers finally descended into the chamber, the truth was confirmed.
Да, мы находимся. Там видно ноги. О, господи. А мы любите, да? Я, а дальше, ну, просто,
It wasn't a mannequin. It was a body. And for the explorers, one thought stuck with them naturally. If they had climbed down first without checking, they would have discovered the body alone, deep in the darkness of that abandoned underground pit. Sorry to cut in for just a second, but if you're enjoying the video so far, this is... Fans. The YouTube channel Urbex Hill specializes in solo adventures through some of the most dangerous and abandoned places in Cleveland. In a video posted